na utaratibu ambao umepangwa hapa, naamini kutoka Mumbai, you have been advised on some protocols, logistics that have been arranged here.
My name is Thomas Mwangi. Just landed from India. I had gone for treatment last year in September. We left here on September 22nd. So the journey hasn't been easy, but I thank God for everything. I've recovered fully. I thank God for everything, and not forgetting my family, the support of my parents, and also my family back at home. They have been with me so much in prayers and in everything. I really thank God for them, and I'm so happy being back home. We left the country last year, September 22nd. Yes, I was discharged before COVID, and we also back in India there was a lockdown, so we couldn't go anywhere because the flights were not coming in. Yes, so you cannot just move from here going anywhere, and we really learned a lot from that. As a country, India as a country, and the population that is there, the lockdown has really helped them because the population is so big, and once people obey the lockdown, everything is going to be fine. So I would also urge the Kenyans to follow the guidelines that have been given by the government. Yes.
Okay. But where were you staying?
Yeah, I was in. We were in a guest house in a state called Haryana. It wasn't so easy. I really wanted to go back home. Lockdown means you're totally locked somewhere. So that thing really made us to go just back home and be home. Even if it is locked down, when you're home, it feels good. Yeah. We are going to home. Yes, we're going home. Self-quarantine.
Okay.
I'm ready to self-quarantine myself at home because I'm only on medication. Yes.
I'm Lata Mahajan. I'm a Kenyan citizen and I visited India to see my father. And while my return journey, I just found that we are on lockdown and our flights were cancelled. So it was a bit sad for us to stay there, leaving our home. But we managed the lockdown and the way they have been putting us in quarantine and all we were home quarantine over there, and it was very nice. It was very strict. We were none of the place where I was staying was 500 families, and none of them were having COVID positive. So it was really well maintained. And I was staying on the 6th floor for nearly 2 months without coming down. So you can imagine how strict they are. So when I found out that Kenya Airways is arranging for the Kenyans, I was very happy. And although the procedure was a bit long and very short, we had given a very short, notice for our flight. So we managed and we came home safely. I'm very happy. I'm going for quarantine in a hotel, And some of us who are on medication, they were allowed to go home. And I'm happy. It's just next to my home. So I'll be watching my home and I'll be self-quarantined in the hotel. Yes.
I am Ambassador Michael Oyugi. I'm Director for Diaspora and Consular Affairs at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Well, it means a lot. Well, of course, for the individuals, first of all, they're happy to be back home after a long ordeal. But for us at the Ministry, in the Diaspora section, this means a lot to us because it is our responsibility to mind the affairs of Kenyans who are outside the country. We provide all kinds of support to them. And we are very keen in handling this particular group. It's a special group. There are patients who had gone to India for treatment, and many of them have gone through intensive medical processes, and they are therefore a delicate lot. So we focused on them because we wanted to bring them back home safely, to help them come back, and so that they know that we care for them as fellow citizens. And our directorate, our department, and our ministry is there to care for Kenyans who are out. So it is very important for us that they have finally come home after making long and complicated arrangements.
You can imagine how large India is, from Delhi to Bangalore to Hyderabad to Mumbai, really long distances, some measuring over 2,000 kilometers. But we've been able to bring all of them together to Mumbai, and in partnership with Kenya Airways, we managed to get them back home. And it is particularly significant, this flight is particularly significant because a majority of the passengers on the passenger manifest are patients. Our people who had gone to India to seek medical attention for various ailments, and then they were caught up with the airspace lockdown. So having them back home really is a major achievement. Kenya Airways for us at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is our embassy extraordinaire. It's our embassy in the skies. It's our embassy across the globe. And we always treat Kenya Airways as a key spearhead in our diplomatic thrust. Kenya Airways is significant in our diplomatic footprint across the world, and it is really, really a major achievement, the collaboration we are having right now. That the lockdown of the airspace across the world notwithstanding, we are working well with Kenya Airways. I want really to commend Mr. Alan Klavuka, the head of Kenya Airways at the moment, for the fantastic collaboration we are having to make sure that despite the challenges of the airspace lockdown, we are making certain things that must happen. And I must also really thank the governments of the countries that we are collaborating with. I must thank profusely the government of India, the government of Egypt, the government of Pakistan, the government of United Arab Emirates, the government of China. As we speak to you right now, Ambassador Sarah Serem is in Guangzhou, working very closely with the government of the province of Guangdong to facilitate Kenyans who will be on the next flight out of Guangzhou on May 9th. So all this collaboration really says a lot about Kenya's diplomatic relations with our friends and partners across the world, and significantly with our own national carrier, Kenya Airways.